So on the TV and film, the Riddler theme. Did you hear it?
I did hear it, and that's kind of what I wanted Batman's theme to be like.
Yeah, when I was listening to it, I was like, I bet Amir's gonna be like, man, I wish this was Batman's theme. Well,
not I mean, like, it's cool. It's a horror ass.
Yeah, because I was listening to it, I was like, I feel a little bit of Batman in this, but it's not quite exactly something I would say you could just take this and place it on Batman. There's elements about it that I feel like don't necessarily fit Batman, but there are parts of it that do feel like Batman because it feels very much like music from the animated series. So it has big Danny Elfman and Shirley Walker, who composed for the animated series, and Danny Elfman, who did compose for the 89 movie and the movie before that. So like, yeah, it definitely has those feels of the anime series and those movies that Danny Elfman scored. And I liked it a lot. It was great. I can't wait to hear how it's used in the film. But I feel you. Again, themes can evolve. Like in the next movie, it could change. Or there's probably more to Batman's theme that we just haven't heard yet. You know what I mean?
There could be. I also feel like there's certain times where like character themes will be in other songs in like soundtracks and stuff meant for other scenes or other things, where those particular songs I feel like are like better fit the character as a theme than as a specific song, and it has like aspects of that character's theme in it. Yeah, I just need to see the entire like movie and hear the entire sound. Like I need the whole soundtrack to just release.
I definitely have situations like that where I don't like the main character's theme, but there's another version of the character's theme that's used for a different scene that I'm like, that feels better. That feels like that should be the main character's theme. I know what you mean. And you're right, there might be something like that happens in a film. Like, because the Riddler's theme alone, like the Batman's theme made me go, okay, I'm going to enjoy the soundtrack. But the Riddler's theme made me go, okay, I'm going to love this soundtrack, because I was a little iffy on, I'm mixed on Giacchino as a composer, because I love The Incredibles. Amazing, obviously. That The Incredibles music is amazing. One of my favorite movie soundtracks. But I think, like, I didn't really like the MCU Spider-Man theme until Far From Home, because there's a version of it that plays, spoiler alert, at the very end after he's walking away from MJ and Ned. That version that plays when he's looking back at them before he swings off is so good. And it made me like that theme a lot more. And then there's a version that plays when him and the other Spider-Man land on the Statue of Liberty. That's really good. And like the way the music is in that movie makes me like Spider-Man's theme a lot more. And his Doctor Strange theme, I think, is really good. And actually, coincidentally, I think, big coincidence, actually. So Danny Elfman obviously scored the first three Spider-Man films as well. And he also scored Batman. And then Hans Zimmer scored The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And he also scored the Nolan Batman trilogy. And then Giacchino scored the MCU Spider-Man trilogy, and now he's scoring Batman. So that's a coincidence. If I'm not mistaken, Danny Elfman is scoring Doctor Strange 2. So Multiverse of Madness. So that's just a lot of coincidences in their trajectory as composers. It's kind of like how Sephiroth in Final Fantasy, he's voiced by George Newbern, who voices Superman in the animated series. And what else? I'm trying to think. He voices him in the animated series in the first season of Justice League, the animated series. But Tyler Hoechlin, who's currently playing Superman in Superman and Lois and in CW shows, he voices Sephiroth in the remake. So yeah, that it just reminded me of that. But yeah, I feel you. I like it. I think it's good, especially that, dude, I was listening to it like 1 o'clock in the morning, like I listened to the Batman theme, and that drop at like 2 minutes and 6 seconds scared the hell out of me. I literally jumped and opened my eyes wide because my eyes were closed. I was laying in bed, and I was like, "Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me." It threw me off, bro. I almost had a heart attack listening to that. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. You have anything else to say about the theme?
I don't have anything else to say about the theme. Are we talking about the movie at all today?
I mean, you can if you want. But before you go, I'm assuming that they might, at the very least, they'll share in a couple weeks Catwoman's theme. but I have a feeling they might also share a Penguin theme before the movie releases. So it might be two more themes. 100% they're going to do Catwoman, but they might also do Penguin's theme before the movie comes out too. But go ahead. I'm excited what Catwoman's theme might sound like.
Okay, real quick, before I start talking about the movie at all, I just gotta say, again, another thing that I love about the 2004 Batman show is the Penguin's voice, which we've talked about before numerous times. I love the Penguin's voice in that, and I kind of love the fact that he has a very similar accent in the Batman from what I've heard from his voice, and I love that. Like, the only... I prefer Arkham Penguin a little bit more, where he has like the Cockney British accent, but like I love the Wario. I kind of love it a little bit too much, and it seems like that's what they're going with in this Batman movie. But I've been looking a lot online at some things that have caught my attention, where Matt Reeves has said that obviously, of course, this movie does not connect to the larger DCU. Everybody who's looked into the movie at all knows that, but there might be the existence of other superheroes in this universe, which kind of is really cool because at first, spoilers for anyone that didn't see anything about this, but at some point during production, some set photos got leaked of a Halloween party and people were dressed up as Wonder Woman and Superman. I think there was somebody dressed up as the Flash, and people are like, well, that's cool, but does that mean that they exist as comic book characters in this universe? Are they movie characters in this universe, or do they actually exist? And then I found out that there are newspaper clippings on set and stuff like that talking about Superman or referencing Superman and other people like that. And the book, there was a book that released, it was like a novel, I don't know if you saw it, that was like pre the Batman or like before the Batman movie came out. It was like a prequel book to it. And in that, somebody mentions that they wanted to go, or that they should have moved to Metropolis and work for Lex Luthor. And I think that that is the coolest thing ever, especially if there is a larger DC universe out here, but they never show up beyond like subtle references. I think that's like the coolest thing ever, and I kind of hope that's what they wind up going with.
Yeah, I feel like much like Spider-Man, Batman on his own has a universe that he could build out, and I want them to definitely not be afraid like other like filmmakers have been to introduce other members of the Bat family. Give me Batwoman, give me Batgirl, give me all the Robins, give me all those people. I want them all.
We texted about this. I was like, I don't care how many movies this man has to make, but I want to get to at least Tim Drake and Cassandra Cain. I don't care how many movies, how many shows this has, like how long this has to go on. I don't care, but I want them.
Yeah, no, I need them to go ahead and bring in the whole Bat family. I need them to go all the way out to Damian, bring in Signal, Batwing, like everyone.
I would love to see Duke Thomas on screen in live action. Like that would be so cool. And I feel like this is the first this is the first Batman where I feel like that's actually possible. Like that could be possible. Christopher, or was it not? Ben Affleck. Why was I saying Christopher anything? Ben Affleck was a little too old at the start to actually get that far. And also the DCU had a really weird thing with Robins. Like apparently Dick Grayson died or whatever. But like they had like one, like weird things going on with Robins, and two, he was a little too old. Obviously, Michael Keaton is way too old at this point, and most of the Bat family characters weren't a thing when he was like in his prime as Batman. And like that's just been the case with a lot of other Batmen. Christian Bale, like I'm like they weren't really looking for Robin. They didn't want to do a Robin in that universe, and so like I mean they kind of
they kind of did Robin with
in The Dark Knight Rises, but
I can't remember his name, but yeah, they did a little bit of Robin with him. Like he was gonna become either like Nightwing or like the next Batman or something like that. Which honestly, I would be interested to see how that story moves forward, like a comic book series or something that continues that story.
That'd be cool to see, actually. I've been thinking about like what would happen with that universe. I'm like, he has like really no training beyond like police training, but I would like, does he go get training? Does he do what Batman did? Like, I would see a continuation.
Does Batman like send him money to help him fund his thing?
That'd be hilarious. Like he just gets random checks in the mail, like Social Security. He just gets like random Social Security checks.
Yeah, like every month he gets
a bat symbol stamped on the mail.
Yeah, that's interesting.